Back, 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 back. Everyone go back. Back,
The older dogs fall right in line.
back, back. Paco, back.
But Paco is another matter.
Stay, stay.
You make them wait?
Yeah, but see, Paco doesn't get the back thing. Hold on. Get back, Paco, back. Paco doesn't really know how to stay behind the threshold. He lacks in smarts. Paco, sit. Sit, Paco. Sit, sit. Stay, stay.
Paco says, I don't do any of that, but I dance.
He's
I
got
dance.
nothing, yeah. He doesn't sit, stay.
Once Dash is up from his nap, it's time for him to eat.
When I feed Dash, it's kind of disgusting. We sit him down, and he's surrounded, you know, by dogs sort of picking at him. If food falls, they're eating it off his shirt, and they're inches from his face and just staring at him, and and it's just unpleasant.
They're like piranha, aren't they?
Yeah, and the little one, he stakes out the spot underneath because he's the only one that can fit under there. And then she gets right up there, and then we're done. All done, Dash?
Okay.
And then they just
Done.
attack.
In one way, this is good because this is building up a positive association. Dash is the source of good things. But if Dash doesn't give them the food and resists, you never know what could happen. You always have to be so careful with dogs and children.
Oh, look what happened while we were...
Oh, who did that?
I don't know.
Who did that? Wow. Well, it couldn't have been Paco, so it must...
It's just frustrating. No one likes waking up to pee in their house, and no one likes coming home to pee, and everything gets sort of marked on.
Oh, look, sweetheart, we don't want the baby stepping in urine. No, we don't, do we? We don't.
With Nicole busy cleaning the floor, Jackson decides to help out with cleaning the table.
Hey, we're just gonna clean up the pee-pee from the floor, because that's what the puppy did. It's evident that Nicole really does have her hands full. She's got 4 dogs, 3 cats, and a baby. And she also has a full-time job. That's a lot of work for anybody.
Oh, fun.
Victoria sits down with Nicole to share her thoughts.
I've had a day observing you and your dogs, and I think you're overwhelmed. You have 4 dogs, 3 cats, a child, and a full-time job. Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like you don't have control?
I think the 4th dog put us over the edge. And certainly Paco's marking is just made it sort of unbearable.
You've got 2 males in the same house together, and obviously what happens sometimes there is that there's competition. It's all about marking territory. Whenever you put down something new, or certainly your son's toys, they get peed on. That is obviously not sanitary, not healthy. We don't want the baby stepping in urine, so we've got to address that. Nicole has a problem with Jackson and Paco scent marking. And now there's Dash, the baby. That's even more important that they get the scent marking under control. All right.
Marking has only been a problem since Paco has joined the household.
It's really going to be Paco that we're going to be focusing on.
Okay,
Because I think if Paco stopped, Jackson wouldn't do it.
okay.
Most important is to take both dogs out several times a day to encourage them to mark outside.
You really don't have to go for long. It's
Yeah.
5 minutes. Just get that desire out. Oh.
Then, back at the house, Victoria wants to focus on discouraging Paco from marking inside.
I want to see what he does when I put something new on the ground. Dogs scent mark to say this particular object or this place, this territory is mine. When new items come into the house, it's something new that has to be marked, has to be owned.
Victoria lays out 3 new items, then heads upstairs to watch with the help of a hidden camera.
I was watching and waiting for him to lift his leg. As soon as Paco lifted his leg, I came down the stairs, gave him a vocal correction, very shocked to see me. My desire was not to make the dog fearful, my desire was just to startle him.
I was a little surprised that he did it right away. I underestimated his marking abilities.
Put something down on the floor, go up there where you can actually see, and just keep watch for about 15 minutes. The more he realizes when things are put on the ground, if I go and mark them, oh, I hear this horrible noise, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
And I just want Paco to know that there are eyes still on him, even though nobody's physically present.
When he can't be supervised, Victoria recommends putting Paco in a pen to stop him from rehearsing the behavior.
And then you give the dog slightly more area and more area. until you're confident that that dog's not scent marking anymore.
Okay.
All right?
With that lesson learned, Victoria wants to improve Nicole's communication with Paco.
I wanted to teach Paco the down command because he doesn't know any kind of language at all. There's no real communication between him and his owners. I also wanted to show Nicole that this dog can learn. It might be slowly, but he can learn.
First, Victoria tries using a treat to entice Paco to lay down. But after 12 long minutes, Paco still isn't catching on.
She said there's no such thing as a dumb dog. She's being very politically correct because I don't know how much smarts that Paco has.
If he's obviously not getting it, then there are little things that I can do to help him. I need to do this. I make a tunnel with my leg, and the dog has to go underneath the tunnel in order to get the treat.
This gently encourages Paco's body into the lying position. After another 12 minutes, there's a breakthrough.
Down.
And Victoria adds the vocal command.
Good boy, all right.
Now it's Nicole's turn.
Down. Good boy.
All right. Those connections might be a little slower, but they're there.
To prove it, Victoria wants to try again with a vocal command and hand signal.
Down. Good boy.
Yay, Paco.
Okay, you do that a couple of times.
Paco. Down. 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 Good boy.
He's got it.
Yeah.
He's now made that connection. So many dogs are called stupid because the owner doesn't have time to really be patient and work with them. And I think Paco was in that category, but you know, he's not a stupid dog. He takes longer to learn, longer to figure things out, but once he does, he's got it.
Victoria moves inside to instill some mealtime manners.
Now, can you do what you do with the dogs at meal times and get them behind the line of the doorway?
You guys, back. Back, back, back. 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 Shh. Stay.
Okay, good.
Thanks to Nicole's previous training, the larger dogs know how to stay out of the kitchen. But Paco is another story.
Paco's under your chair now.
Get back. Back, back, back.
Good.
Back, back, back. Back, 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 back. Back. No. Back.
And what you can do, just get up with your body and just body block. So just sort of, that's right. You sort of walk into him, as it were. There you go.
Stay. As far as standing at the doorway, Paco has the hardest time, but he has the hardest time with everything. He's just sort of slow on the uptake. He doesn't quite get the process as well as the other dogs do. Back. Stay.
It takes several more attempts.
Stay.
But when Nicole stays firm, Paco finally relents.
That's not so bad. And when I'm cooking, the same thing.
When you're cooking, the dogs aren't allowed in here. They come in, you just do your back.
Y'all done, Dash?
Now,
Back. Back. Stay.
how interesting that was. As soon as you got up,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And you said, mm-mm.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to continue to do. The dogs are so used to when they get up from the table, it's a free-for-all. And I said that is the time to really enforce the training so that the dogs realize the only time you are allowed to come into this kitchen is when you're eating your own food from your own bowls.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.